Okay, so this is BCrawl. This is a fork of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, run by a much more reasonable and friendly person, Gary Burton, who happens to be in my Twitch chat right now. Hugely similar, of course, to mainline, like pretty much every fork of DCSS is going to be, but also with a lot of new things. You'll notice that there is a fairy here, and a sand dwarf, and a Variel, which is shamelessly ripped off from Forgotten Realms. Jenny, Oni, some other things have changed in the mainline basic races. There's a skeleton as well. Some of these are different than what you might expect, like the Jenny is not quite the same thing as what it used to be if you're familiar with the experimental build where Jenny used to be in the game. I will probably play an archaeologist. What race do you guys want me to play? The problem with Twitch polls. Oh, what am I doing? I left our guy up. Yeah, he'll go away. All right. The problem with Twitch polls is that if I were to type a poll, it actually doesn't let me do more than 3, 4, 5 responses. So I'll just put in the new races, I guess. Skeleton, Fairy, let's say Variel, which is kind of a mix of Tengu and Deep Elf, I believe. Oni, and Jin. There's actually only 5 new races. Okay, cool. All right, I've started a poll. If you look at the top right, you can see that poll. Just 1 minute, shouldn't take long. So skeletons says their bodies are frail, but casting spells restores their body's integrity. That's interesting. Skilled with both weapons and destructive magic. Okay. Gary Burton here loves hybrids, so I've noticed a lot of his new races are very much pushing people towards playing as hybrids. Fairies have become attuned to magic over time, have shimmering scales that repel attacks, have bright wings, and can fly, but are frail. It's kind of a caster race, same for Variel. Oni are the ones with the really weird progression of spells where you only train spellcasting, I believe, and they can't learn from books, they just gain spells randomly. Could be interesting. I think I played a little bit of a showcase before, and I played one of those. And Jenny says, floating primordial spirits with powerful but unstable magic. In melee combat, they often go berserk, which sounds horrifying. Alright, let's play an Oni. It says that the majority of the votes went towards Oni. As for the classes, there are some interesting new ones. Sloth Apostle, for instance, you get to start worshipping Che. Reaver, you get to start worshipping Vehumet. I assume Vehumet is still bad, but maybe it's been changed in BCrawl. I suppose we'll see. But I was asked to play an archaeologist, and that's by far, in my opinion, the most interesting new class. Yeah, why is Artificer gone? Why is my favorite class gone? It's merged into Rogue. Rogues are masters of stealth, but when noticed, they can rely on magical tools and poisoned needles. You get wands and a blowgun. That seems very strong. Anyway, like I said, I was asked to play an archaeologist, so let's just do that. This is from BCrawl, actually, the sort of defunct fork. So let's just take a look at everything we've got here. There's a dusty tome. We don't know what it is. An ancient crate. We don't know what it is. We're just going to train, I guess. Let's look at our aptitudes. I think fighting is the right call here. Well, we don't have any spells. As the Oni, we gain spells as we level up, but right now we don't have any, so I really need to make my guy capable of surviving the first couple floors. So what do I start with? I start with really good armor. My AC is 6. That's quite a lot. +1 animal skin, hat, boots. That's nice. And I start with a whip. So I'm basically Indiana Jones, only I'm a Japanese ogre demon thing. So we have no choice. We have to open this door. Really unfortunate entrance vault in some ways, although I guess we have this, no, we have the lava to dance around, that's pretty good. Yeah, me too, JD Sequoia. Let's grab the rations, let's open up. Let's open up. I just don't like having doors so early. Tell you what we're gonna do, is we're gonna, crap. Frilled lizard hisses angrily, you hear a shout. Okay, it's a hobgoblin. How fast do we attack? 1.1, so they can get 2 hits on me. 5 plus 5 for the club is 10 minus 2 because of DCSS math, which hopefully has stayed the same in BCrawl. He can do 8 damage a pop, so technically he can kill me in 1 hit if he attacks twice during one of my attacks. Actually, no, he can't, because I have a little bit of... Well, no, animal skin doesn't give GDR, so we're risking death by fighting him, but it's very, very unlikely. Anyway, we killed him. We don't care about his club. They don't attack with 10 speed. The weapon delay is average with 10 speed. Ah, I forgot. You're right. Clubs are relatively slow in the hands of a hobgobbo. Alright, so we found a scroll. We found a teletrap, which is handy. It just occurred to me I don't even have to be worried about getting shafted. 150 stones. BCrawl uses the old XCrawl method of handling ammunition, so we get tons of ammunition, but it mulches every single time. With that said, I'm going to move away. Crap. We're revealing too much. Okay, I'm going to move away from the hobgoblin. We're going to get into this hallway. There we go. Got him. Got him. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good, in fact. Started with some okay stealth, by the way. I think I am going to wear this, Wait, what? Bro, okay, Gary Burton, my first piece of advice. My first piece of advice regarding this fork is I would like you to merge the change from mainline that lets you wear things right off the ground, which I believe it just picks it up and wears it, but it's a nice quality of life feature. So if I press capital W here, I do not see the animal skin that's now on the ground, but in mainline you can. So that would be a helpful thing that I suggest you take from them. Is what different from mainline? The ammunition? Ammunition in mainline, you get way less of it, and then there's like a chance for it to mulch, rather than a 100% chance. Nice. Not really afraid of a goblin. Fighting is now 2. You have discovered the spell Slow. That is worth picking up. I'm going to take spellcasting to 1. Now, Onis are weird. I can't memorize any spell. I can't learn any spell school. I simply learn spellcasting. Slow is like a really awkward spell to use, but, you know, when I have such a light sort of collection of things that this character can do, it seems like a smart thing to be using, right? I can just melee this, actually. Miscasting a lot. There's a sling. I would love to use this, but it could be cursed. Nice. Ooh. Uh-oh. Damn. That could have gone badly. Problem with leopard geckos is they are faster than me. We tried to slow it, it just didn't work. I think if I had been... I think that if I was like streaking or something, or trying to play like 100% optimally, I probably would have just wandered away from that leopard gecko, because even with slow, 38% chance, it wasn't super likely to work. You definitely suggest using the new bracket keys. What are you talking about now? This throws a stone. Second one triple tabs. And then equals is rest. I don't think so, man. I mean, that might be good for a newer player, but for me, I'm old and set in my ways, and that just seems weird to me. I'm just gonna swing on him. A little awkward, unfortunately. All right, I'm gonna roll the dice on this ring mail. Okay, it's cursed. That's fine. We weren't likely to find something better than a regular ring mail anyway. Okay, technically this dude is faster than me. Let's get to a hallway. Spellcasting is 1. Let's take it to 2. Seems to have increased our success rate quite a bit on slow. Alright. Didn't find anything useful on D1. That's cool. That's fine. Well, we did. We found body armor. We have no 2 stacks, so we're not going to use any. And our Dusty Tome has not yet become a manual, which it will, once we gain 1 more level, I think. And I'm going to go down. Now, on this first down stair, we cannot be teleported as far as I know. But every time we go up or down a stairs, including this one, I think, from this point forward, we can be teleported. So it's kind of an anti-stair dancing mechanic, which I'm not a huge fan of. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, we're going to get intelligence. I guess this guy really wants to be a caster. The Dusty Tome is a manual of maces and flails. Alright. Gonna tell it down from D2. Or wait, are you saying so if I go down to D3, it's that's so that is what I said. Like if D1 to D2 you can't be teleported. D2 to D3 you can. I have not played a gen, but actually no, I think I did play a gen. I think I tried one out. But it was like not the kind that I kind of wanted to play, like the old super powerful experimental branch one. D2 to D3 is safe, D3 to D2 is not. So wait, but D1 to D2 is safe too as well, right? It's weird. Anyway, this is bizarre. It looks like we got a broken up floor because there's 2 staircases and 1 hatch up. And this is Redemnul. It's the optimal play, certainly, to worship Redemnul. I don't think Oni get claws, do they? Oh, they do. Claws 1, apparently. But we're going for maces because we started with a manual of maces and flails due to being an archaeologist. Hold on, let me run a poll real fast. Just to involve you guys. Would you guys like to have me go Redemnul or not? Yeah, ghoul claws, which are not terrible, but they're not by any stretch of the imagination troll claws. It looks like Oni are pretty good at invocations. Redemnul is really strong. Typically, if you're trying to play optimally, if you're trying to win, and you find a red altar really early, if it's the first thing you find, you probably want to go Redemnul. He's a very powerful god. That's a great question, Adort. I don't know. Gary Burton could probably enlighten us on that. I don't see any new gods, but I'm certain that some of them have changed. I think he changed Jivia to some degree. Hard to say. Alright, the poll is about to end. Top right of the chat. You have no idea how to open this screen. Well, 60% vote no. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go up, go back down to get to the rest of this floor. Keep this quokka slowed. Any good maces? There's an actual mace, actually. Oops. Okay, we're going to use Scroll of Identify. Scroll of Identify. Scroll of Identify. Got heal wounds, good. This scroll is enchant armor. We'll enchant up the boots, I suppose. And enchant weapon, which we're going to... Yeah, we'll go ahead and use that, I think. Because we're going to have an artifact, we're going to have an artifact mace, we know for a fact, a mace or a whip of some sort. So we'll just use this on the mace. And I'm actually going to wear the mace, even though it could be cursed. Probably should have worn it before. You know, to see if it was cursed and negative. Anyway, we'll wear the hunting sling. That's not cursed. We knew that it was safe to do that because we have the remove curse scroll. Wear the ring, +3 ring of dexterity. Okay. Plain maces on the floor can be cursed but are always +0. Interesting. I think they can be negative in mainline. So ordinarily I wouldn't be attacking at 1.3, but this is enchanted a little bit. We get to slow our enemies, and I'm very quickly flying upwards with my mace's training, which is effectively an aptitude of +5 right now. Seems fine. That's a BCrawl change, okay. Got him. No more spells, by the way. Not sure what the, you know, what the schedule is for Oni's getting more spells. Yep, I'm an archaeologist. I started with a maces and flails manual, so we could get some fun things. Hopefully we get some fun things. We could get, we could get the shatter, the shatter mace, the shillelagh. Or we could get Firestarter, that could be fun. Hey look, 103 tomahawks. Very cool. Whoa, we could have just immediately been one-shotted here. 17 plus 17 damage. No joke. Snake bite, that would be unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have enchanted. There's no real successful move here, you know. We just had to risk dying. What? Evoke? Nothing appears to happen. Gary Burton, why is it possible for me to spend time... Well, it doesn't actually take time, but why is it possible for me to evoke this crate? Seems like a bug. Clearly I can't play this subpar fork. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Ouch. He doesn't want to stay slowed, and I'm taking huge amounts of damage. So we'll go up. Whoa, he's down and to the right of me. Go up, rest up, go down. Try to get the slow on him, it works. Oh, he's just beating my ass. Ouch, okay. I thought he was a tile away from me. We're gonna park him on D1, we don't have the power. We don't have the power to beat him right now. Well, this fork, tries to stop you from stair dancing by making you teleport almost, well, I was going to say almost every time, but that's a lie. It's more like 10% of the time. It's just that doesn't kick in until D4, I guess. Okay. Sadly, we are simply too weak. to defeat. Oh, wow. Was I starving the whole time? That would explain some things. Alright, I assume no one wants me to go Alive Alon. So I'm probably not going to bother to put it to a vote. Oh boy. No one ever wants Eli. Yeah. Level 4, discovered the spell Swiftness, that's handy. Gonna go up. Very afraid of adders. We have a heal wounds. As afraid as I am of adders, I think that we can... Okay, we can probably beat this. Yep. I was gonna say, I've trained an awful lot. Let's pull this dude up. Come on, I have good defenses. There we go. Actually, you know what? I don't fear adders. I have ringmail on, and I can slow them. No big deal. You doubt Eli would accept them? Maybe. Sometimes they're portrayed more as ogres than like Japanese ogres rather than Japanese demons. But yeah, they are supposed to be demons in the lore. I guess I can go see if she accepts me. Nope, she doesn't accept it. Does not accept worship from those such as you. What emoji is that, I wonder, Adort? Oh, it's another one. Oh, is that like the Discord emoji? Okay, can't beat Sky Beast right now. Check it out, we're gonna Swiftness. Ah, he's right there. Crap. Okay. I just need to sort of have a situation where I'm not getting owned by a Sky Beast and orcs at the same time. Might be able to kill it if you attack only while it's visible. Yeah, if I reset the fight enough times, probably. +2 Flail of Crushing. Hello. You also cannot wield things off the ground in this fork. Definitely would advise fixing that. Alright, we'll slow down the wizard. This is a very strong weapon for this point in the game. I can go kill them now. Are you kidding me? This is incredibly bad. I thought that the priests would be away from each other by now. Whoops. Fault indeed. We're gonna heal wounds. And then we're just surrounded by garbage. Okay, there's a telly. We're gonna have to risk... Ouch, there it is. We're gonna take... Wow, there's 3! Incredible. Alright, we have another telly. We're gonna drink, hoping it's curing, and oh, we just died. Alrighty. D3 with the 3 priests. I picked up that flail and got cocky. Yeah, I did. Well, if I was playing streak style, if I was playing totally safe, which I can start doing if you guys want, I would have essentially, as soon as I saw the priests, we would have been more careful. We would have been luring things one by one to staircases. Although past D3, that becomes kind of a liability, I guess, in BCrawl because you would get teleported a lot. But yeah, part of it was that my skilling was kind of weird. Typically, I don't train weapons that much or use weapons that are that slow. You don't have to play super safe not to attack into a D3 priest with extra... No, I didn't know the priests were behind him. I thought it was just one priest. Actually, that was the first I became aware of... wait, this is mainline. That was the first I became aware of the fact that there were three priests in that pack. If there had been only two, we would have actually survived that. Probably. Let's just sort of redo that. Same start. That to 2. But yeah, I was tabbing a bit too hard, basically. This wasn't exactly far along, so if you're not streaking, it doesn't really matter too much. Okay, we got our first spell, which is Corona this time. I'm not going to bother training spellcasting for this. Yeah, maybe Adored. It certainly feels smaller. Like the floors feel littler. Can you confirm that? Can you confirm that, Gary Burton? Just try this dagger. This one, dagger of venom. Okay. That's a much easier start. The dungeon is shorter, floors are the same size. Maybe I was just thrown off by that weird D2. Okay, we get intelligence. The Dusty Tome is a manual of bows. Okay. Kind of an awkward find since, well, I mean, it's going to be cool, whatever it is. It's nice to play a bow character, but if we actually train bows, we're not really getting any benefit out of it, you know? So, on the other hand, because we happen to have found a Dagger of Venom super early, this is a sign that you can kind of train whatever the hell you want and still dominate the game, so I think we will do that. Casual web on D1, that's weird. Okay, okay, we're gonna grab these stones, which we probably should have done before. Think about the unrand bows. Yeah, they're quite good, obviously. There's really only two, Storm Bow and Speed. My cursor is on the screen. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, Donamo. Sorry about that. Okay, we found Okawaru. We're going to go Okawaru. Because of the fact that we're using bows, we're pretty much stuck using Okawaru since he's the only god that gives ammo. Trog used to give ammo as well, and I assume, well, I assume that BCrawl didn't take this change, but in their infinite dumbness, the mainline crawl devs decided it was simpler to have Trog not give ammo, because removing options from newbies makes life easier for newbies, I guess. Zephyr would be pretty cool, for sure. Alright, we're going to wear chainmail. Which makes me impossible, that makes it impossible for me to cast Corona, but I don't really need to. This weapon basically solves all my problems for me. Orc Priest is the #1 killer in BCrawl. Orc Priest is the strongest, or rather most dangerous enemy in the early game. I mean, that was my fault. I can't blame the game for that. If I was streaking, that wouldn't have happened, because I would have been... Every single orc that I saw after seeing the priest, or probably even before seeing the priest, would have been something that I backed off and took into a staircase, you know. But because I'm just sort of doing a showcase of a fork right now and not going out of my way to play super careful, you're gonna see some deaths like that. I'll roll the dice on this hat. Ordinarily I wouldn't do that, but alright, it's the same. It's kind of weird that people are dying to worms, actually. Let's drink this 2-stack. Cancellation, okay. Okay, these are orcs. This time we'll play a little bit smarter. Granted, it's only D2, so there shouldn't be priests, but... Okay, looks like it was just regular orcs. Level 5. I've been training nothing but bows, because I want that archaeologist item. Might train some invocations once I get heroism online. Let's pick up these arrows. Certainly we're going to want them. I assume Fedhaus is unchanged. Do you still have the old Fedhaus, Gary Burton? Well, the worm can do 12 damage, but there's a simple trick to avoiding taking damage from worms, actually, where you can make them hit you something like half as much as they otherwise would be if you just use a certain movement trick, and maybe I'll show that off real quick here in a minute. Wow, we actually had trouble killing that adder despite having a venom dagger. Amazing. It's separate Fedhaus rework? Okay. I'll have to take a look at that at some point. Okay, blowguns still exist in BCrawl. No darts. Just needles. Okay, so we attack. He didn't hit me, so we back off. We attack. He didn't hit me, we back off. We attack. He didn't hit me, we back off. We attack. He attacks me, so we attack again. Back off, attack. See how he only got 1 hit on me despite the fact that I hit him like 5 times? Blowguns use fighting. Interesting. Oh man, Shay was here. That would have been fun to worship, except that was a mimic, so never mind. Oh, we shouldn't be fighting this. These are orcs. There could be a priest. Let's not go back down the staircase because there were 2 spaces next to me. Seems like it was just regular orcs. Yeah, JD Sequoia, that only works on slow things. But if you found a way to slow things, like with the slow spell, I suppose you could use it with that. Okay, we can survive 1 hit from the ogre, at least. Let's identify. Should have done this before, but it's fine. Identify. Wait, is he next to me yet? Nope. Okay, we're gonna go up. There's a bad staircase to be doing that on. But that's okay. Also, I have to start worrying about BCrawl tellies now. Hello, Mark Vogel. Sorry about your bad internet. Okay, so now he can kill me. 17 plus 20 for Giant Club is 27, minus 2 is 35. But he just died to my single hit from the dagger. And now we have the Storm Bow. We have the Storm Bow. Lightning RLX stealth. Guess we're getting strength from now on. Yeah, so Archaeologist is funny because you just dominate. If you get, oh my god, what is this new? What the hell? What the hell? Does that happen every time I attack? Or every time I kill something? What is this nonsense? No, I didn't kill him and one showed up. You're telling me I gotta put up with conjure Conjure ball lightnings. 50% of hits spawn ball lightning. That's insane. I hope I get full experience for this. I guess it gives me RLX, so... yeah, that's what I would argue is necessary. Hold on, let's get this helmet. Oh, we have a big fat head, so the helmet doesn't work. Man, I don't know about this. This is messing with my tabability a bit. You know, like I have to slow down to be worried about getting owned, you know. Alright, remove curse. Japanese ogre has Japanese horns. Yeah, I guess Onis do have horns in the mythology, don't they? Alright, so let's see if we can find some more new stuff. Obviously, we're going to have a bit of a milk run from this point forward, which is what makes Archaeologist kind of an interesting class. Would I fight this if I was streaking? Looks like we have a wand of acid now. We have 3 scrolls, which could be telly. We have no weapon because we have no melee weapon because I foolishly dropped my dagger. The reason why I'm concerned is we could get perma-confused here. And then we would basically have to fight him. But probably, if we just attack him, he probably dies. Yeah, he dies. Portal projectile. That's handy. Well, Donamo, if you get confused, you can't use ranged anymore. And there was no guarantee the ball lightning would actually spawn in a good place. And if I was trapped dealing with that, what we would probably have wanted to do is maybe even berserk, you know? Ash is now the best ranged god. I see. Ash is fun. I don't know about best, but good bit of fun. It's just insane having this on D5. Having ball lightnings just crushing everything. Curious that the Crazy UF door is not clear. I just want his cloak, though. No, Archaeologist is not balanced. I think you would have to... I feel like you would have to create sort of an underclass of unrans that is not quite so strong if you wanted to make the class really balanced, because sometimes it just... In fact, with great regularity, it gets handed something that's just monstrously strong. I wouldn't really call this a fair game of crawl, what's happening right now. Strength. We didn't get tellied there, even though we could have. You don't know if it should be balanced. Well, I guess it's like you're trading your early... It's like the anti-artificer. You're trading your early game to have an absurdly convenient mid and late game. Whereas with Artificer, it's the opposite, you know, unless you build your character really well, you're trading your mid and late game for a much, much more reliable early game. Yeah, I don't know about that Adort. I mean, I think having an item like this available to you is outrageously strong. And, like, yeah, that can happen in a regular game, but to me, it's not quite the same, because I can guarantee or virtually guarantee access to something like this by going for the class, whereas in a regular game, it just kind of happens randomly. Well, see, I don't know if this is, I mean, a weapon like this is going to be useful for the entire game, I would say. It's going to be strong. I mean, first of all, this, like, let's just look at all the things this does for me. Forget the fact that it's got this special Conjure Ball lightning thing. It's still a +8 longbow with a good brand. And then it also gives me a rare and useful resistance. I mean, it's a short bow? What? What? I stand corrected. I thought that was a longbow. Well, that's less good. Still pretty good, but it's not good. Not as good in the end game. It is a fairly lucky draw, it's true. Although, it's very rare for any of the weapons to be straight up bad. If you think about it, I mean, I'm trying to think of weapons that I wouldn't want to get. Snakebite, I guess, comes to mind, because then it's like, okay, I can do lair. Maybe like Spriggan's Knife, I guess. Finisher? Finisher's okay. I guess you'd have to use a scythe at that point. Yeah, I thought it was a longbow in mainline. I can't get over having Conjure Ball lightnings at this point in the game. It's crazy. The game, and this is a quality of life thing, this is kind of weird. If I go to tab, look at what's happening. Really fire in your ball lightning's direction. You might want to take a look at that for just like ease of use, Gary Burton. But yeah, I mean, we're just gonna crush these floors, I suppose. Usually this little vault constitutes a bit of a challenge, because there's a bunch of gnolls and, you know, relatively tough things in here. But we're just crushing it. You know, I don't think the ball lightnings can turn hostile. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change my stream. I forgot to change my stream thing. It's still set to just chatting. Whoops. Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. BCrawl Showcase Oni Archaeologist. Yep. Whoops. I think that's going to turn it into two different sessions or whatever for Twitch in my VODs. They'll get mad at you if you mislabel things, but generally it's if you claim to be streaming one game but you're actually streaming a different game. I don't think they'll get mad at you for having it set to just chatting when you're doing something else. Curare. That looks like the old Curare tile. 36 Curare needles. See, that's where the that's where you start to realize that the no mulching, you know, lots of ammo thing doesn't work very well or is a bit broken. Insofar as like getting a hold of 36 Curare needles is very, very strong at this point in the game. Is this now something that did bother you about summons turning hostile? You can't make your former allies go poof by summoning past the cap. Yeah, that's true. That is interesting, isn't it? You would think that that would be a clever way around it. And that to me is a coding oversight or coding laziness, really. I think they just didn't want to didn't want to spend the time putting that into the game. My god. Look at us just wrecking yaks as soon as we find them. Crazy. By the way, I think the most fun archaeologist class has got to be, or archaeologist race has, it's got to be, oh, our bows is already 14. It's got to be Formicid, because then you can still use a shield even if you get a two-handed weapon. Wow, this has got to be a Min-Mei vault. I think we're going to teleport out of this. Just kidding. Just kidding, our bow annihilated everything. Fear, heal wounds, flight, okay. Stormbow versus Min-Mei vault, round 1 fight. Yeah, I think Stormbow wins at this point in the game anyway. Really awful vault though, would have caused enormous issues for any character that wasn't just flying through the game with Stormbow. Distant snort. Pull these guys up. The actual Prince Ribbit. I like how my ball lightnings are just schizophrenic. These monsters are trivial as far as the Forks dungeon progression goes. You think so? I don't know about that. But we found a lightning rod, apparently. Hey, JFK, and thanks for the follow, man. We have 102 hit points, probably because I'm training just an enormous amount of fighting. Seen pretty early game death knights. Huh. Amnesia. I'm gonna use my 1 stacks. Oh look, it's a cane toad. Enchant weapon, whatever. Acquirement. We'll get armor. What this? It's a shield, okay. Cute. There's my magic mapping, the absolute last one that was left to identify. Alright, so we have gauntlets and not labyrinths. I was kind of expecting the labyrinth to be in this still. Ordinarily, if you get a gauntlet on Layer 1, you probably really don't want to do it, but you know, this character has a good bit of raw power to him. I don't know when BCrawl was first forked. Anyway, we're gonna look for fat loots, and we don't see any. There's no artifacts. Kind of a shame. Is there anything I care that much about? I guess the hat, maybe. The Reaper's going to be a bit of a problem, and there's a Hellion, but that's no big deal. We should probably train some things that are not fighting in bows. Yeah, this is BCrawl. Yeah, the fork. Let's send these dudes over here. Go all the way around. Then go in. I have 5 heal wounds. Well, with this bow, we can kill Hellions pretty damn fast, I have to say. Okay, that guy is speed 1. So we merely grab the hat and we leave. Now we have Senor Helion. Yeah, we're probably okay to just go in there. There we go. Yep. Carry post of G-Gen. Oh, I didn't even see that there. Oh, I should wear the hat. It's just +1. Okay. Yeah, I could have invised, but it's less useful against Hellions than Tormentors because they still have some idea of where you are. And so the result is that, you know, they'll still shoot their crap at you. Hold up, let me heroism. Let me finesse. Why isn't he coming out? Come on, bro. Oh, there he is. Of course, right as the finesse ends. All right, finesse, heroism. Why is he no longer wielding his demon blade? I guess he's using his wand on me. That's fine. Good luck surviving all that. Ring mail of fire resist. It's a pretty good upgrade. Lose 4 AC, but gain a resistance. Yeah, hey JF Karen, this is in this fork. Ammo mulches every time you shoot it, and as compensation, you get way more of it. I don't think it's particularly balanced, to be honest. Although this may not have the mainline change where javelins are always penetrating. Well, sprints aren't exactly forks, but I guess they're kind of a similar thing. But this is supposed to be like a better version of mainline rather than a mini game. We started off as an archaeologist, which is a character that gets some armor, you know, some enchanted oxalot armor, and a mysterious book and a mysterious box. And as you gain levels, once you get to level 3, your mysterious book becomes a manual. And once you use up that manual, your box opens and you get an unrand. +6 longbow of flaming. So we happen to get the storm bow, which is, in BCrawl, apparently it's a short bow, so we probably won't be using it forever. But it's extremely good for now. But apparently in this version of the game, in this fork, you get orbs of electricity when you hit things half the time. Don't burn down your house, JF Karen. Okay. Let's eat our rations. But yeah, I mean, I think that I'm probably going to, if possible, start doing the crawl cosplay challenges in BCrawl. Just because it's kind of a fun way to showcase a fork. Yeah, that's true, Gary Burton. That would be incredibly powerful at this point in the game. That's a crazy strong weapon that Oka just gave us. That's kind of the funny thing about Oka, is sometimes he will just make your game super easy. And Oni is like a Japanese ogre plus demon. If you ever look at, you ever see a movie or something with samurai armor and samurai masks in it? Some of those were meant to look like the Japanese Oni. You know, like the angry face mask with the horns and everything. Eight-headed Hydra, no big deal. I'll just tab it. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Botman. So normally I would back off from Dream Sheep, but not this character. Oh man, here's a great example of a vault I wouldn't do. Typically you go in here and you, hey, thanks for the follow, Ismaradiel. You see the turtle, you see that it's a Shoals monster, and you're like, oh, just close the door. But this time we have the tool. We have the necessary tool to tear its ass up. We've been learning spells, by the way, or getting spells in our spell book as we level up. Kind of an odd collection of things. Oh, you mean in the context of BCrawl? A demonic creature from a strange land. Huh. Is Japan really that strange? Here, Burton, what do you have against Japan? Yeah, Inner Flame could be cool, although I don't know how necessary it is with all the explosions that are already happening. I mean, God, this is outrageous. Okay, so there's an ice cave. And we don't have RC+. Apparently we picked up an artifact Fustibulus at some point. I don't remember doing such a thing. But that gives us RC, so I suppose I can swap that on if I need to get through ice clouds or something. You've seen some of the stuff coming out of Japan. Good point. Looks like we got the demon. Well, a demon version of the ice cave. Whoa. Problem is that without, well, we can't put on our RC really, and still be able to attack with this wonderful bow. So we're taking some hits, I have to say. I can't die though, not in one hit. This guy's immune to electricity? Resistant. Got him. I should have been... Actually, you know what? I should have swapped to the longbow of flame to kill those. You're right, I should try the scale mail on for RC, and it is actually RC plus scale mail. It's like Oka knew exactly what I needed and sent it down from heaven. Freezing Artie... Well, freezing Executioner's Axe, freezing... Quick Blade, that's cute. Neither of which we really want to use. Huh. See that scythe on the ground there? That was a Reaper once. But this vault is so horribly designed that it just kind of dies every time. Helmet we can't wear because my head's too fat. Bunch of items I can't use, or rather don't want to use. So we just leave. My mysterious book was a manual of bows. Yep. Freezing is probably the second worst brand on a quick blade for sure. It's pretty bad. It's better than no brand though. And it still slows certain things down, so that can be quite nice. Yep. That is right, Nidort. I like the cane toads. probably said that before, but I like the fact that they're no longer labeled as spiny despite not being spiny. Seems good. Getting this bow is basically following Kaz. It's way better than following Kazlao. You're getting effectively what is a level 6 spell with 2 schools, you know, online as soon as you pick up the bow. Seems really strong. I mean, even as a short bow, it seems very strong. Cane toads are a menace to Australia. Aren't they really poisonous in real life? Is that not true? Yeah, well, we can do that when we have the wonderful storm bow. We're also training defenses and stuff, so not really sure why people try to live in a land where everything on the continent is trying to kill you. I'm gonna wear this stat armor, I guess, for the time being. We have enchant armor. Maybe I'll just save. Blaine doesn't he for that, but I like it. I'll thank him for that. Oh, we should be a little more careful. Could get put to sleep with this yak around. This set of death yaks, in fact. Jeez, it's crazy how offensively powerful this character is. Yeah, exactly. That's my thoughts about Australia. I mean, let me tell you how I feel about Australia. I'm going to tell you a story about Australia. I had to pass through Australia once. I've never actually been, you know, in Australia proper, but I was at an Australian airport on my way to New Zealand. I'm sitting next to a window, and I take a 10-minute nap, all right, next to this airport window. You know, just a nice little midday nap as I wait for my layover, my next flight. I wake up. I have a sunburn from sleeping next to a window for 10 minutes. Australia sucks. You guys need to get some more ozone or something. Even the sun is trying to kill you in that part of the world. Am I an albino? I am a very pale gentleman. I have, you know, Eastern European genetics, so I don't take to the sun very well. Turn the sun down. Alright, let's go down to layer 6. We get Gamma Funk Water Temple. But with this bow... Hey, there it is, check it out! Near the exit of the stairs, a rune flashes. You stop descending the stairs. Your surroundings suddenly seem different. Ozone is overrated. Australia is just going to burn the countryside to create a thicker atmosphere. I heard that was, I read a study that supposedly said that the reason why Australia is like a horrible desert for, you know, 80% of its interior, has something to do with, like, the people who inhabited it in the first place supposedly hunted via something called, fire farming, where they would, like, set a giant swath of forest on fire and just, like, drive all the animals out. And so apparently, like, so much of the country was, or so much of the continent was burned that it became, you know, a giant desert, you know, Mad Max land. And I'm curious if that's historically true or not. Seems interesting. Ah, good lamp. I was afraid of the Hornet. This tele was a pretty bad thing to happen on layer 6, I have to say. On this particular layer 6. Slave the wyvern. See if we can't get to the staircase. Good. Slash and burn agriculture is a real thing. Sounds pretty bad for the ecosystem. So, I mean, I'm just kind of ignoring BCrawl's unique teleporting stuff for the time being, and just assuming it's not going to happen. Perhaps not the smartest thing I've ever done. That's what started the Amazon forest fires. I thought they were burning portions of the Amazon forest on purpose. India is having a huge problem with farmers clearing their fields with fire. What, to like avoid running big machinery up and down it? I guess you save a lot of I guess you save a lot of fuel that way. I mean, to some degree things burning is natural. I mean, in a state of nature, you know, giant forest fires happen all the time. Let's lightning this dude with the rod. Didn't kill him fast enough. Do I have digging? I do not. I'm gonna tele away from this crap. Okay, this is a little better. Let's enslave the cane toad. Damn it. Crap. Oh, double crap. It's not good. Yeah, we went Oka because we found Stormbow, and I haven't even been heroisming or finessing, which is pretty bad. We also don't, amazingly, we do not have any blink. So I'm going to do a summoning scroll. And then I'm going to... I'm going to heroism now. What? What's happening? Uh-oh! Oka's mad. Streaming at twitch.tv. Oh, you know why Oka's mad? Because the explosion from the Stormbow pissed off the cane toad that I enslaved. Tony, we died on the mace guy because I tabbed into 3 orc priests like a dummy. Well, no, I didn't hit an ally. My bow hit an ally. Alright, this is fine. We'll acid this. Acid again. Acid, got him. Okay. I'm gonna heal wounds just to start out. Decided to do a challenge run. Well, this, you know, Ochre Wrath can be quite deadly, so... It's cool, though. We got tellies. There it is. Oh. Hey, buddies. So we telly. We're unfortunately slow. Take a step. Take a step. Probably take a shitload of damage. Yeah. Heal wounds. And there it is. Okay, so the Wrath is over. We're going to have to be careful not to enslave or use any kind of allies. I'm going to fear. So yeah, those fine mid-game gentlemen are now just on that floor forever. Here they are. Pull this guy up. Sack of spiders. Huh. Sack again. Switch to the other bow. Oka will let me hit my ball lightnings for whatever reason. Sack again, unraveled. We have a net. Did not work. Drink a heal wound. Something I should have done a while ago is drink an agi, so we're going to do that now. Take a step, and looks like my spiders helped me out. Wow, that's lame. If this was a streak game, we would definitely just skip layer 6 for the time being. Yeah, Dort. I guess you're right. I mean, we could fool around with it a little more if this was mainline, but every time I go down, I am risking a naughty, or nasty telly. On the other hand, I'm relatively safe standing here. I don't think you can get teleported on the way back up. Like, if you do, I think you get teleported on the floor above rather than this floor. Suppose that would be lame if that's the case. It's about sending a message. They call me the jokey. They call me El Bromo Hombre, the joke man. Which is apparently how the Joker got translated in South America. El Broma Hombre. Or so I'm told. We live in a society. It's true, we do live in a society. See, we can kill these Ochre Wrath guys. We just have to kind of have the drop on them from max range and not have to fight too many of them at the same time. Then it works out just fine. Nice. Oh, we're confused. Bad MR notwithstanding. Am I a joke to you? Teleport is always on lower floor, but going up without monsters in view never teleports. Huh. Interesting. So, that already gets my, my gears grinding a little bit. Gary Burton, are you telling me that if there's monsters around, and I'm fearful of being teleported somewhere else on the floor, I can burn a fog or something like that, so I can't see them anymore, then go upstairs and be safe? Is that what you're telling me? Is that intentional? Not sure if I like that or not. It could be good. There's an artifact longbow. Hope it's like plus 12 of speed, then we can stop using this thing. Plus 9 longbow of venom and slow. I'm thinking no. Okay, remove curse. Drop the ring of flight. Drop dex. We have pro magic, that helps. Is the tele function disabled in Tomb? God, I hope so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We're gonna have to put on the RC Plus. What's this nonsense? Bolt of Cold Freezing Blast. That's new. Okay. Thinking we're gonna have to go back for the scale mail here. If we're gonna fight Senior Frost Gianto here. Alright, he's dead. Ash prevents all Explorer-based traps. Yep. Although, it kind of depends on how it's coded. How it's coded in BCrawl. And yeah, you're right, I probably should keep flight for shoals. In fact, flight would be useful right here, but as you can see, we just kind of tore it up. Those windrakes have demis, or at least they do in mainline. But we just killed it anyway. Staff of Cold. Alright, don't need that. I was looking at the staves for like a swap, you know. Orbs of Lightning are quite fragile. Well, they're supposed to explode. They take one hit and they die. 2 potions of resistance, alright. And then we have this, this vault. Shit. Have to teleport. Should have finessed there. Played a little too wild and crazy. Scarf of Stasis. They brought this back. Very good. Very good, Gary Burton. I like that. We're not going to wear it just yet, but that means we can be immune to para, actually. And Telly at the same time, I guess. Let's find that ghost. Yes, heroism. Got him. Yeah, that was Titan Jones. I've seen him before. He's been in my my Twitch chat, actually. This game is full of orbs. No, I disagree, Tony. There's also the vaunted Scarf of Resistance that gives you RC Plus and RF Plus. Oh, I agree, but good luck getting the mainline devs to pay attention to that that particular observation. Anyway, yeah, we finished Lair. Honestly, we're kind of, because of playing an archaeologist, we basically ignored all the interesting things about Oni. Not really casting many spells here, but I see that there's a new spell that has become available to us called Steam Barrier. Level 6 spell, Charms and Fire. Causes the caster's body to emit strangely viscous steam, providing some resistance to attacks and fire, but inhibits their spell power and makes them more susceptible to cold. To cold. I'm susceptible to cold. Providing some resistance to attacks and fire, but, that seems like a really bad ring of fire. Because cold will come right through steam in a way that it won't come right through fire clouds. On the other hand, I wonder if that... I wonder if that's like a fog cloud as well. I wonder if that blocks line of sight. That seems interesting. Yeah, I guess it gives you some AC. I'll have to try that. I mean, on an Oni, I get to cast whatever I want as long as it's available. But yeah, I'm kind of wishing I hadn't played an archaeologist because it really forced us to go in this direction. It's just the smart thing to do. Anyway, we've been streaming for, I think, about an hour and a half. Probably going to call it, cut it short today. I kind of want to get back to work on that game that I'm programming. Downtime. Yeah, I think so too, Wild is Bot. It's, it's 2 schools, Charms and Fire. Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's still level 6, so that's pretty heavy. I'd have to try it. I'd have to try it to see if it's any good. Maybe we'll get a chance to do that if I finish this character. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed BCrawl today. Just trying something a little new. I think tomorrow we might do some Hammerwatch, just because I know that it's working on my desktop, and as I recall, I played it a little bit a while back, and it was a fun little game, so might show that off. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed BCrawl, but until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.